Well, pumping the aquifer under Owens Lake to meet dust mitigation and habitat requirements has been the elephant in the room for a very long time. The question of whether groundwater extraction under the lake is governed by the long-term water agreement or not may never be resolved, but pumping will be a topic in the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power's Environmental Impact Report and eventually managed under the California Environmental Quality Act, CEQA. Groundwater rose to the surface of last Tuesday's Inyo County Board of Supervisors discussion of its official comments to the department's notice of preparation. Now, Inyo County's input included wording almost verbatim from a January 2014 letter from the Inyo County Water Department to the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power. Inyo County would agree to disagree with LADWP on the applicability of LTWA to groundwater pumping under the lake bed, allow pumping under the restrictions of the EIR, quote, provided DWP and the county agree that any other groundwater pumping by DWP in Inyo County, whether for the purpose of supplying water for dust control on Owens Lake or for other purposes, would be subject to the water agreement, end quote. Now, basically, the EIR process with its monitoring program and other protocol may make the long-term water agreement question moot, with neither side of the dispute claiming victory or conceding defeat. Now, the county's comments focused on keeping some of the water saved on the Owens Lake for in-valley uses, land use issues, clarification of actual water savings, and, of course, groundwater pumping. Lone Pine resident Earl Wilson requested the board include continued participation by the Master Project Working Groups, and Inyo County Board Chair Matt Kingsley agreed. We want to provide input as the project goes further, Kingsley said, to continue to engage in the conversation as the project changes over time, end quote. There's more on this story and more notes from last week's Inyo County Board of Supervisors meeting on our website, sierrawave.net. Well, the Bureau of Land Management Bishop Field Office, in coordination with the Inyo National Forest Mammoth Lakes Ranger District, has approved construction of 3 groundwater monitoring wells near the town of Mammoth Lakes. Now, the wells will be used to monitor groundwater conditions to provide increased assurance that geothermal resource development in Upper Basalt Canyon will not adversely affect the town's groundwater supply. Now, monitoring well data will be incorporated into a shallow groundwater monitoring plan required by the BLM as a condition of approval for the Casa Diablo 4 geothermal development project. Now, 2 of the 3 monitoring wells will be constructed by the U.S. Geological Survey Research Drilling Unit. Drilling was expected to start on Saturday, August 1st, and continue through August at locations near Shady Rest Park. Now, the first site is a quarter-mile northwest of Shady Rest Park. The second is 2/10 of a mile south of Shady Rest Park. There will be an increase in construction vehicle traffic near Shady Rest Park, but recreational trails are expected to remain open. You get more information on this, 760-872-5024. And the Mammoth Community Water District will commence a state-required cross-connection control survey for water systems on all customer properties. Inspectors from BSI, that's Backflow Solutions Incorporated, will be accessing all premises August through September to look for hazards that the state has identified as a potential contamination source of potable water supplies. Now, the inspectors and their vehicles will carry the BSI identification logo. For residential customers, the surveys will only take place outside of buildings. For multifamily and commercial properties, BSI employees may need to enter buildings during an inspection. BSI will contact property owners prior to entering any buildings. Now, these state-required 5-year surveys protect the drinking water distribution system from contamination through backflow from a customer's water system or through other on-site hazards. Backflow can occur when pressures in Mammoth Community Water District's drinking water system drops or when a customer's system operates at a high pressure. Now, water pressure in the distribution system can drop when a fire hydrant is used or a water line breaks. Higher pressure on the customer side can occur when commercial boilers or steam heating systems are in use. The survey will also include looking for hazardous conditions such as adjacent non-approved auxiliary water sources or harmful substances to the premises. To maintain safe water supplies, California requires annual backflow device tests and backflow hazardous condition cross-connection control surveys every 5 years. You can contact the Mammoth Community Water District 760-934-2596 if you have questions or concerns regarding the upcoming survey. Well, at the June 2nd regular Mono County Board of Supervisors meeting, live video streaming became available through a software program called Granicus, which other government entities use. Now, the video feed, which appears live during meetings on the internet and is later archived for future viewing, has now been in use for approximately 2 months. The feedback received in the Board of Supervisors office has been positive, according to a press release, and the system is working very well. The use of Granicus allows the public and members of Mono County staff to watch a board meeting in real time and then review the details of the same meeting long after it's over. Now, this saves county staff time and money as it reduces time away from the office and time spent traveling across the county to attend meetings. It also saves the public time if they are interested in seeing only 1 or 2 items, as it eliminates the need for them to attend the meetings in person unless necessary. Now, for those interested in streaming a meeting live or viewing an archived meeting, you can go to the website, the link, monocounty.ca.gov/meetings. We'll be back with more news.